welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. And everybody has been waiting on this one. Number 1 against number 2. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Rebels headed for the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Bear. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
And the Ducks peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Dante Moore. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Ducks will hustle with the line.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Quarterback extends the play. He's going to take off. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
QB's got to be able to play on so many different levels. They got to read coverages, know the snap count, know what everybody's doing, and then does a great job at the end making something out of nothing, making a positive play, picking up a new set of downs, a new set of problems for this defense.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. A top 2 battle like this, so early in the season, an opportunity here to make a big statement.
No question about it. You know there's so many ramifications with the college football playoff and the Heisman Trophy in this game, even though, David, this is early in the year.
They're early, but head-to-head will matter down the road. Obviously, 2 huge programs trying to start their season off with a big win to boost their playoff case.
The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeps it on first down. Headed to the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have any answers. They better find something.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
The run inside. It's Lacy. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Oregon! What a play, not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Well, this is absolutely domination early by this team. We've seen the early touchdown. And, David, how about the defense now coming up with the massive pick six? And all of a sudden, their opponent is completely reeling, and we just barely started this game.
Man, just started the game, and all the momentum swings to one side, and now you got to find a way on this possession. You got to get the football back, and you got to do something with it. You got to get some of this momentum little by little, but so far, this is a dreaded start.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Lacy. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Keep it on the ground. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And the defense got him at the 27.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Under fire. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the fourth sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Punt is in the air. No fair catches here, looking for room. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Looking for a gap. It's Davison. Got enough for the first. At the 20, he's got space. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Stepping to the right. Hit as he throws. Makes a connection. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Lacey. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Here's the pressure. Out of the backfield, he's open. Gets away from one, he's got space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Fires left. It's caught downfield. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Lacey. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Coming out with it, it's Bear. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Makes a grab and room to run. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Finding some room. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable 3rd down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy, and he gets you a first down, and he gets you another first down, the ground game is...
Breaks into the open. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
That's reeled in. It's Bear. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Sends it back in motion. Here's Moore to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Gives it to the back on the draw. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. A 1st down run in the red zone. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. On the run, it's Lacey. He's still on the move. A last-ditch effort to get some points before the half. Got a lot of room to the right. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellows, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the Memphis Tigers. And it's the Mustangs engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen.
So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception. But they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
He'll field the punt. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Now the play fake. Steps away to find some room. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Throwing more. The screen, and watch out. There he goes. Got enough space. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Rebels offense is back on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards apart on the ground.
The first time I played Oregon,
that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
You just press X and they blitz.
First down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Throws to the back. The sure hands, it's Lacey. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Rebels are in the hurry up. To the air on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going to try to get it himself. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Bring in the heat. And it's a sack.
Every fucking play.
There's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going deep. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in them. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the option. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Takes a handoff. It's Lacey. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Man, I was like 20 yards ahead of that dude. I should have never got caught.
Just feeds the running back. Maybe a crease. Pass to 50.
He about to get walked down the
That
field.
one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but
just too
fucking
much
insane,
that
bro.
time, and they knock him down at the 31. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Quarterback may change this route. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then an offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the score.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to pass, it's Knight. Fires into the end zone. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
A little release to the back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Using his legs, it's Davison. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Makes it past the marker. Got a little grass. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Ducks. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick the... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Rebels right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
And the Rebels want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Shoots it to the left. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking for room. It's Davison. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.